Okay, we're live. How you guys doing today? Welcome to Hump Day. It is Wednesday, May the 23rd, 2018. Welcome everybody to the show. It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to the show. Welcome back. Welcome newbies. We're getting quite a few newbies lately. This is fantastic. I'm ever stoked about this. I've been noticing in the stats lately, view times are up and views are up and new subscribers are coming on board. Welcome, you guys. This is fantastic. I'm glad you're here. I also have to put a special shout out to Lalita Loca. Lalito Loca. I love those guys. They've been nice to me, and same thing with Sharon at Sea. And some of the other tubers out there, they've been giving me shout outs, and of course I return the favor. I'm happy to do it. There's something to be said in numbers. Those of us who are small and up and coming, we support each other and put the word out that we're alive and we're part of the YouTube family, and we're growing too, and we've got fans, and we have something to say, and I love it. Fantastic. Doing some research this morning on some of the stories going on in the cruise world. I got some updates for you today. I put a video up today about 2 hours ago, I guess 2.5 hours ago. I did a video today about the vision of the seas. I'll talk to you a little bit about that on this show. Some developments there. Never a dull moment. Again, thanks to all of you regulars who've been watching me and watching me grow through these last few months, 9.5 months on the air, and just over 2,000 subscribers. Yesterday we were at 2,013. Today, 2,030, 17 more. That's one of my best days in the last little while of growth. That's coming on. I love this. This is fantastic. Thank you, all 17 newbies and 2013 who were here before you. That's fantastic. And for the next subscriber, welcome to the show. If you're thinking of becoming a subscriber of this channel, you're watching me on a rerun right now. There's a button there. There's a button there. Just click on it whenever you want. If you click on this one here, right beside this one, there's a little bell icon. Even if you're a subscriber already, if you haven't clicked that bell icon, I'd recommend you do it. It gives you email updates direct from YouTube about my channel. Every time I post a video or go live, I'll do a video at any time, depending on what's going on. I might go live at any time, depending on if there's an emergency or something crazy going on. And you'll get a notification, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. If you got your phone handy or whatever, you'll get an email alert that Bruce is up to something, better check it out, and you can check it out anytime you want. So if you join, that would be terrific. I love it. Thanks for all your support, you guys. I really appreciate it. I've been getting super chat donations during my telecast, which as you know, I appreciate them very much. But I really appreciate, even more than super chats, whenever anyone is making a donation my way for a PayPal donation. Oh, that just is over the moon for me, because the difference is, if you give me a super chat donation during the show, I only get 70% of the dough. If you're giving me a PayPal donation, which you can do anytime you want, 24/7, if you're watching this on a rerun and you feel like, yeah, I'm going to slip this guy a couple of bucks, you can do it by going to my logo on the top of my homepage, the PayPal logo, and you can send me a donation. I get 93% easily of that money, and I get it right away, instantly, right into my account. It makes all the difference, because bills are due now. They don't want to wait 6 weeks for YouTube to pay me and all that. No, they want their money when it's due. That's unbelievable, these bill collectors. Unbelievable, I'm just going to show you guys today a couple of photos that I just snapped a little while ago. And forgive me, this is just me taking a picture with this tablet on my screen just a few moments ago of my latest, some of my latest product. I just put up some new logos with the help of one of my great viewers who helps me with these, and these are really poor quality, so please forgive me. But we got a propeller here, a moving propeller with Traveling with Bruce written on it, and we have the lettering in yellow, in gold, white, and in black. Depending on the kind of shirt you want, you can pick the color you want, and you can pick the look of the logo, and it's men's and women's, and it's clocks, and it's stickers and tote bags. And if you go to my Redbubble store, again, in the upper corner up here, all these little buttons up there on my banner on the top of my homepage. You can check the Redbubble store whenever you want. And yeah, check out the merch. And if you like something, grab something. Redbubble will take care of you. I get paid a royalty for every item it sells. I make so many bucks for every shirt. I make so many pennies a sticker. I make so much on a coffee mug. And I don't handle any of it. I just get them the logo and show them how I want it sized in there. And then they do it all. And I've been getting nothing but positive feedback from my viewers who've been receiving the merchandise. They like it. They like the look of it. They like the quality. They handle returns. They do it all. And thank you, everybody, for supporting the channel, Traveling with Bruce. Let's see who's here today. I want to say hi to the gang who pops in and says hello. If you're watching me for the first time and you're live, sign in if you like. Tell me, where are you watching me from? What's your high temperature day? Tell me also, if you want, tell me your next cruise. When is it? If you know the days, that's great. What ship you going on? And where are you headed? Are you headed to Alaska? You gonna do a Mediterranean cruise? Is your next cruise a Caribbean cruise? We'll compare notes. Everyone does. And if you have any questions about cruising, this is the place. We love talking about cruise ships, cruise deals, cruise ports, developments that are going on, new ships coming, ships being refurbished, everything. We talk cruise. If you're addicted to cruising, you've come to the right channel. If you're a newbie and you want to know about cruising, you've come to the right channel, because you're surrounded by addicts who love to talk about cruising. Charles Jordan signed in first today. He said to me, good evening, Bruce. It's 84 here in Iva, South Carolina today. Welcome, Charles, to the show. Pamela Jordan, hi, Bruce, and everyone. Sunny, 84 here in Iva, South Carolina today. Fantastic. Joseph Hollyfield, hi, Bruce. It is 89 in Bostic, North Carolina. That's pretty cool. Joseph, I think you're new to my channel. I hope you are. If you're not new and you're a returner, then it's my memory showing, my memory lapses. But if you're new, welcome to the show. And you got any questions, just fire away, buddy. The gang will welcome you wholeheartedly here. Peter Heckema, hi, Bruce. A beautiful 93 degrees here in Tarpon Springs, Florida, after a few days of afternoon rain. The upcoming holiday weekend, we're expecting an 80% chance of rain. Really too bad. And I've been watching CNN and MSNBC. They've been showing footage of you guys down there, like Florida in general. Way too much rain in a short period of time, and it's causing problems like sinkholes and other issues. This is all what you guys need. My goodness, sometimes there's a little too much. Peter, have you considered a group cruise for the new Bliss for January or February? I haven't formally done anything there yet. I've been glancing and watching, keeping an eye on a number of different ships and lines, but nothing has been nailed yet. But if I got something going, you'll know. Believe me, the minute I commit to something, I'll be promoting it. Yes, sir. Nina Frank, better saying hi to everybody before I snooze off on the couch. Nina in Sweden, who is way ahead of us in time zone, I think 6 or 7 hours ahead of us. So it's like 11 at night there. Welcome, Nina, from Sweden. Randy Lucas, greetings, Bruce, and all from Paradise, California, where it's a beautiful sunny day with a high of 72 degrees. Only 138 days till our next cruise aboard the Royal Caribbean, Liberty of the Seas. Right on, buddy. That is coming. Countdown is on. Norman Duarte, 75 in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Fantastic weather there. Hopefully you're drying out and staying dry. Tracy Dunlop, hi, Bruce, and all. Rained earlier today, but now sunny and 82 in Naples, Florida. Stabilizing there. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Thomas Henry, hi, everyone. 84 in Richmond, Virginia. Peter, yes, doing the Bliss. Doing the Bliss in March 30th, 19th. He is going on the Bliss. Seakeeper is here. Hi, Bruce, and everyone. 86 Fahrenheit in the shade here in Tequista, Florida. Sunny, slight breeze, very enjoyable. Thumbs up, and I wish YouTube would find a way to monetize this fine channel soon. Yeah, we're still not monetized from our friends at YouTube. I just hate harping on it all the time, but I do get asked, and yeah, still working for free. The only way I earn anything doing this is my full-time job, by the way. I don't have a day job. This is it. It's from the generosity of my viewers, purchases from my store, Patreon pledges, and out-and-out donations through PayPal and Super Chat. And I thank each and every one of you for helping me out all the time. Paul Wilgus, hi, Bruce and all. 77 is sunny here in Virginia. Valen Martinez, how you doing? Valen, you're in Argentina. Welcome to the show. Kathleen Krieger is here. Finally made it back for a second show. Kathleen, welcome back. It's great to have you. Welcome, welcome to the 5 o'clock Wednesday show. You made it. Debbie Manuel is here. Hi, Bruce and everyone. 80 and sunny in Northern California, Chico, California today. Welcome, Debbie. One of my absolute favorites. Jim Thomas, another. Hi, all. 84 here in Anderson, California. Hi, Bruce. How you doing, Jim? Here, I know you're hobbling on that knee, but I'm sure you're working through it. Jim had some surgery on his knee. He's getting better. He's doing the physio. He's battling, and keep it up, buddy. It'll happen. It'll come around. Desi Wagner, hey, Bruce and all. 71 and partly cloudy. Here come the 80s this weekend. All right, finally. We're about 80 degrees here. In case I haven't mentioned it, I'm in Creston, British Columbia. For those of you who are new, who don't know, I'm 3 miles or so north of the Idaho border. And I keep an eye on America. It's just out of my living room here. Unlike Sarah Palin, I can see America from my house. And America looks fantastic. We've got a gorgeous day today. Maybe get a little thunder shower later today, but all in all, beautiful. Everything is green. The snow is practically gone. There's a tiny little bit of snow on a little mountain range just a few miles from my house at about the 4,500 foot level, but only in the crevices where the shade is, because it's a melt fest out there. It's fantastic. Spring has arrived and summer is coming on with a vengeance. We love it. Mary is here. Hi, everyone. 78 here in New Hampshire. Mary, how are you? Thomas Henry. Debbie, what happened? Are you not the model yet? I'm not sure what he's saying. Debbie, what happened? Are you not the model yet? Nina Frank, that's so so you. Okay. Nina Frank likes the fact that I'm wearing a blue shirt today because she likes the color on me, and she also likes it when I wear white. I've noticed you've had only those colors since I mentioned what your colors are. Way to go, Bruce. Looking good. There you go. You did. Although you missed the show a little while ago. I was wearing red. I snuck one in on you. But you know, I got lots of blue and lots of white shirts, so you know, no problem here. Tammy Ray, good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Tammy. Thomas Henry. All the Punta Costa Rica tours have disappeared off my Bliss March 30 cruise. Anyone know what's going on? Good question. Does anyone know? Has anyone heard anything? I haven't heard anything yet. I'll have to look into that. That's something new. Punta Arenas, Costa Rica. All tours are gone off the Bliss website on Norwegian. What's going on? Anybody know? Yeah, let me know. Anybody can figure that out. Debbie, I got my latest shirt yesterday. It is purple and I love it. Now just need to take pic that I will like to send it in. You can either shoot a pic with you wearing it, or just shoot a pic of the shirt itself. Just lay it out on a table or something and take a picture of it. Whatever you think, Debbie, is great. That's fantastic. I'm glad you received it and you like it. That's fantastic. Tammy Ray, I need a cruise now. Tammy, I hear you. PJ Drayton, 90 degrees in Omaha, Nebraska. 90. Yes, those are summer temps, and they'll get warmer, I'm sure. Joseph Holyfield, I am new, second time. Joseph, fantastic. I'm glad you're here. Any questions you have about cruising, of course, or any comments, just let me know. This is fantastic, sir. Thomas Henry Bruce, the Stars refit has been completed, and she's going out for sea trials. Some of the completion photos make her look great. I know they did a major job on it. Very interesting. Thomas loves to travel. Hi, 93, cat off my lap, Pepsi by my side, feet up, and I'm ready to listen. There you go. Kansas City, here she is. Here we come. Loves to travel. Fantastic. Welcome back to the show. Kathleen Krieger, going on Symphony of the Seas to the Eastern Caribbean, December 1st. Right on. The countdown is on, Kathleen. Tammy Ray, I've gotten too busy lately, falling far behind on the videos. Oh, my goodness, Tammy, it's all right. They're there for you whenever you get the time. Some nights you can't sleep. You just got to watch Travel with Bruce. That's all there is to it. That'll put you to sleep. Don't worry. Peter Eckerman, looking forward to our next cruise, Symphony of the Seas, in November. I think it is the first cruise out of Miami for this new ship. It could be. That's kind of close. That'll be awesome. I know that'll be a great one, Peter. Fantastic. Symphony of the Seas, the big one. Desi Wagner, next cruise, Thanksgiving week, 18th of November on Norwegian Getaway. After that, November 25th, Carnival Elation. Looking to book July 19 and November 2020. Right on. Desi, way to go. Booking those cruises. Silo, hey, Bruce and all. 79 for the high, 54 for the low, and sunny in Seattle. Kind of like here. Beautiful weather. 157 days until I can relax in the haven on the Norwegian Bliss. Fantastic. Mary, no cruise planned here. So sad. Mary, oh, Mary. Hang in there, Mary. The inspiration will hit, and the opportunity will come, and the deal will show itself, and you will spring into action. Don't you worry about it. Nina Frank, nice silo, nice looking good for the cruise. Seakeeper, Punta Arenas, in my opinion, is a horrible place. Very third world and polluted beach. When I was there, we were warned to stay off the beach. Period. Isn't that something? Eh? Wow. Silo, they have yet to update Mazatlan shore excursions for my Bliss cruise during Halloween. Interesting. Cam Wilson, hey everybody. Hey Cam, how you doing? Wendy Thompson, 88 in Bland, Missouri. Sunny day today. Fantastic. Yeah, the Punta Arenas. Not sure what to make of it. An organized tour sponsored through the cruise line. A little more of a secure thing to do, but the cruise line may have just decided, you know what, we're just getting complaints from people even on those tours. Maybe the roads are so bad between the port and where these destinations are, the passengers are complaining about the rough ride, and they've just decided until the gets better, they'll pull them. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know the official reason. Everyone's saying hi to everybody here, so that's all good news. On my little list of stuff to talk to you about, the first story I had that I was going to talk to you about was Vision of the Seas, and then I made a video about it, figuring, well, I'll just make a video about this and let the populace know, because I was looking for an update on the Vision of the Seas on YouTube and on the sort of news outlets, and I wasn't finding very much. I was kind of finding some information through some sources I like to use from time to time, and very good information I tracked down, and so I just posted up some photos and did an audio track over top, give everybody a quick 2-minute or so story. But just to highlight the story, night before last, I guess now, I'm thinking my time versus their time. So an evening or so ago, the ship was going from Mykonos, Greece to Santorini. The Vision of the Seas, a Royal Caribbean ship, left Barcelona, first of all, on May the 14th. And it's on a 12-day cruise, and it's going to be back on the 26th of May to Barcelona. That's when it's supposed to be back. Today being the 23rd, so 3 days it's supposed to be back. Well, on the 22nd, it was chugging along in the evening from Mykonos to Santorini when, without warning, power went out, propulsion stopped, the ship was dead in the water. And the only lighting was emergency lighting on board the ship, as if the ship had, struck something. There was an unconfirmed report that I've been able to track down, but I can't get any details on it. It was an unconfirmed report that the ship did hit something in the water. Therefore, safety systems or override systems kicked in, and I don't know how this works on cruise ships, but at the end of the day, the ship was dark and immobile for 10 minutes. I'm sure that whatever rate of speed she was going, she coasted a while before if she came to a stop at all. But in any event, 10 minutes later, the ship power was brought back. Lighting came back on. All emergency systems were running again. Engines were fired up, and the ship moved on, but at a reduced speed. It was only going 7 knots at that point, perhaps out of abundance of caution. Perhaps the captain, had various reasons why. It might be policy. It might have been other debris in the water he was worried about, if there was anything in the water. And they probably had the lights on, big time in the front of the ship, with the staff up there to keep an eye in case they were going to run into anything. Anyway, 7 knots, and they worked their way to Santorini and spent the day there. Passengers got off the ship and did whatever they did, I'm assuming. And then they left Santorini, and they are, last time I looked, a couple hours ago, they were getting pretty close to Malta, heading to Valletta, the port city of Valletta, capital of Malta, for a scheduled stop. And something tells me that when they pull in, I think they'll be at port. They'll be right to a pier, and they'll probably jump in with divers, scuba divers, and they'll take a good look right away. They may have done that at Santorini while the passengers were on shore to take a peek for any damage, anything like that, a telltale sign of any kind of collision. But no reports, no updates, no news there. The ship from Valletta will leave that evening and will head for Barcelona, but it'll have a full sea day first, and then we'll make Barcelona on Sunday. Let's see, 3 days from now. Today is Wednesday, so Thursday, Saturday. Saturday, it'll be back in Barcelona, scheduled to offload passengers and load up another load and take off for its next cruise. That's the deal. That's supposedly supposed to happen. No updates have been made that I'm aware of to alter the next cruise. Everything is on as far as we know. However, because that ship home ports in Barcelona, there are probably technical people there waiting for the ship to come back, and they will scour that ship for any kind of issues. They will look at the logs. They will check the electronics. They'll run tests while the ship is at port to make sure that all is up and up. The ship was built in 1998, so it's now 20 years old. Holds 2,434 passengers, 765 crew. It's a 7,800-ton ship. When it was built, it would have been one of the largest ships at the time ever made. But today, there are ships double that size in passenger capacity on the high seas. And so it is, at the moment, it's now headquartered or based out of the Mediterranean. So that's the last I had on that one. I made a video about it. If you want to check it out, that'd be great. Give me a thumbs up on it. Fantastic. And if I get any more updates, I'll do another video or update all of you, let you know. So that's the story there. Any other comments here from anybody? Let me just see if I'm catching up with everybody. Joseph, have you been on Disney? Joseph, no, I have not personally, but viewers of mine have, and they like it. They like it a lot. It's expensive, but you get your money's worth. It's kind of I'm going to say it's like a 5 to a 5.5 star line. It's very nice. Excellent for families with children. But they do have a lot of adult areas as well. They thought of everything. They know that the song "It's a Small World After All" drives us crazy, and we adults need to get away to hear some jazz or some pop or some other kind of music to get that out of our brains. And they have fine dining, and they have spa treatments, and there are adult-only areas on the ship as well. So if you're thinking of going on a Disney cruise, it's not going to be like a hell cruise for you, where it's it's all about the kids. I'm going nuts. It's not quite like that. So I don't know why you're asking, but in case that's why you're asking, I thought I'd throw that in there for you to understand that. It's Thomas Henry, Seakeeper. I love Pantera, but our tours have all been to the mountains. Coffee Plantation was great, that kind of thing. It'll be interesting, Thomas, to see if there's a reason for this. Maybe there's security alerts. We don't know. We'll find out eventually. Well, it'll probably seep out. We'll probably know what the reasoning is. Otherwise, it just could be a reloading of the website by the cruise line, and took them a little longer than they thought. Technical issues, I don't know. Wendy Thompson, hi everyone. We have a big change to our life. Closing Friday, then the house hunting in Florida. Fantastic, Wendy. I know you've been planning this. You've been plotting this. You've been anticipating this. It's gonna happen. This is fantastic, Wendy. I'm excited for you. You're gonna be so close to the port cities in Florida. You'll be able to take some cruises. Oh, happy day, she said. Nina Frank, under Santorini is a whole town. And Thomas Henry, watch out for gators, Wendy. What do you tell? How do I cook them? Thomas Henry, gator jerky is very tasty. Seakeeper, grill the gator's tail slowly with a honey glaze. Mike Hamilton just got back from 11 days Rome Reflections Celebrity. Great weather. Next cruise, Pearl, in September. Going to Alaska. Mike, welcome back, pal. That's fantastic. You had a great weather. I'm hoping it was a good cruise, good service on the ship, good food, I hope. Was your room okay? Let me know. How was the entertainment, and how was the Mediterranean overall? Let us know. Wendy Thompson, had gator in New Orleans in the French Quarter. Liked it. A Seakeeper, Vision OTS was once the pride of the a Vision of the Seas, once pride of the fleet. Oh, the transience of aging ships. Isn't it something how they just drop? I remember when the Explorer of the Seas was the darling, and others, Independence of the Seas, and so on. But now these new ships just, they steal the spotlight so quickly. The 8-second attention span of humanity, we're up against that too. Peter Heckema, on the new ship, which have azipods, there are electric diesel engines which run electrical generators which supply electricity to the azipods, which are the propulsion. Yeah, exactly, Peter. And I mean, if the ship hits something, did they have some safety systems that just kick right in and shut things down, and then things tripped and the whole thing went down. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get the story. I really don't know. Unless someone knows the head engineer of that ship and has a couple of beers with this guy or girl, we may never know what really happened. It's something the cruise line isn't going to brag about. That's kind of a story you want to keep it on the down low and just let it kind of pass. And just like the Bliss, where it had the fire on board the Bliss a week ago. Wasn't a major fire, but in the incinerator room, material caught fire outside of the incinerator. Now, someone said to me once, I posted a video about this thing, and they said, "Isn't there supposed to be a fire in the incinerator room, Bruce? What kind of video are we making here?" And I went, "Oh yeah, there's supposed to be a fire in the incinerator room. In the incinerator, not in the room, in the incinerator." But material around the incinerator caught fire, and they had to put it out. And they called up Code B, Bravo. They got the fire team down there, and they cleared it up. But the biggest problem the Bliss had wasn't with flames; it was with the dang smoke. The room is an enclosed room for obvious reasons. The incinerator room is highly enclosed, so the fire won't spread out of there if at all possible. But they had to vent the smoke out, and of course, you don't want to vent the smoke through the entire ship with all 15 levels. You don't want to do that. You want to vent the smoke right out that, if you can, right out to the top and get it out of there. So they had to set that up, and a bit of a logistical issue. But yeah, these little stories, you don't hear about them from the cruise line. There's been no update from Norwegian about the fire on the Bliss. They don't want to talk about the fire on the Bliss. They want to talk about the go-karts on the Bliss. Today, by the way, with respect to the Bliss, the news I have, nothing serious. It's in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico today. It pulled in today in Puerto Vallarta. They had a welcoming ceremony there. All the officials from the city were there, and the tourism ministers, and welcoming the Bliss. And then the port took the opportunity to let the world know that this year they're expecting 154 cruise ship visits this year. Or cruise ship calls, and they're expecting 400,000 guests to come by cruise ship to Puerto Vallarta. And I've been to Puerto Vallarta 3 times on 3 separate cruises, and each and every time I haven't gone anywhere. I've just walked off the ship with Jen, and we kind of schlep around, head across the street where the shopping mall is. There's a Walmart there, and there's a shopping mall, and there's a Starbucks in the shopping mall, and we'll walk over there to stretch our legs a little bit, look around, and just marvel at Mexican prices and selection. People watch a little bit, have a little treat from Starbucks, perhaps. Use their internet if we can. Walk into Walmart just for the heck of it. And I have purchased cafe. I've purchased Diet Coke or Coca-Cola Light in Puerto Vallarta. You can't buy U.S. Diet Coke. Why would you? But I can't find caffeine-free Coca-Cola Light in Puerto Vallarta, just diet or light Coca-Cola Light only, the diet version with caffeine. But I bought a 6-pack just to kind of tide me through. But that's all I've done in Puerto Vallarta. Haven't gone much further than that. Have any of you been to Puerto Vallarta to take in some of the sights? Do you go down to the beach? If any of you taken a longer tour, let me know. But Puerto Vallarta has welcomed the Bliss. And the Bliss will leave today and move north and work its way. I'm not sure if it's going to stop in Cabo or Mazatlan, or if it's headed straight up to Los Angeles from here. We'll find out. We'll find out the next day or so what's going on with the Bliss, because it's ultimately headed to Seattle, and to start the Seattle Alaska cruise season for Norwegian and the Bliss. Should be fun. All right, the other news today I wanted to mention was about Royal Caribbean Mariner of the Seas. The Mariner of the Seas, the Mariner of the Seas is right now in Cadiz, Spain, in Drydock, and it is a major dry dock, 100 million, and it sounds awful similar to the dry dock that the Independence of the Seas just went through. They're making a big deal about what they're adding to the ship. They're adding a new wave runner on the top deck. They're adding the new, it's called the iPod or SkyPad, excuse me, the SkyPad, which is this, looks like an orange dome, like a plastic orange dome. It's got to be about 150 feet diameter. Looks like actually a soccer ball with these holes in it. And on the bottom of it are trampolines, and on the top of it are lines that are like bungee lines. And you strap yourself in, and you can jump up and down on these trampolines, and you can also put on virtual reality glasses and have a whole experience jumping up and down on this unit. I think with the kids, this is going to be huge. This is going to be a massively successful and popular ride to enjoy. They tell me it's no extra charge on the Independence of the Seas to enjoy the SkyPad. So I'm assuming the same for the Mariner. The Mariner of the Seas, like I say, it's in Drydock, Flow Rider SkyPad, new water slides, just like the Independence of the Seas, twin water slides, which you can basically race your opponent with. They're the same length and so on. They're going to add a water park, a splash park on the other side of the funnel. Lots of upgrading being done to the ship. New rooms are being added. They're also adding a laser tag. If the ship comes with already has an ice skating rink, they're building and installing an inflatable obstacle course that once inflated stands about 10, 12 feet high, and it becomes the laser tag obstacle course. And they turn off the lights and put on strobes, and you're going to have yourself some fun in there. That sounds like a really good time. Throw the music on, and away we go. They're adding rooms also, just like in the Independence of the Seas. They're remodeling the fitness club. The fitness center had treadmills, steppers, step machines, and bikes all around the top deck, about the 15th layer, 15th story, with a window view looking out over the sea. They're taking the fitness club right out of there, and they are putting rooms, ocean view rooms, along that level, 42 of them, similar to the Independence of the Seas, and they will be selling those out. They will be renting those out for top dollar, because you've got this great 15-floor view in the middle of the ship, looking out, depending on what room you have, all around the circumference of this former fantastic observation deck for the fitness club. The fitness club now will not have a view of anything. It will have probably pictures hanging on the wall. It'll be an indoor facility. They're taking this primo real estate and turning it into rooms. I think they're adding 100-odd rooms, similar to what the Independence of the Seas did, but I haven't got the official stats. I'm still trying to dig that up. What I do know is, as of June this year, so a month from now, that ship will be running out of Miami 3- and 4-night Bahama cruises only. And I find this quite fascinating that the folks at Royal Caribbean are taking a cruise ship that today, if you were to build this from scratch with the ice skating rink and all the amenities it's got, 3,300 capacity people easily. You want to build something like that from scratch? You're talking $700-800 million bucks. They're doing a $100 million renovation on the ship. Granted, it didn't cost them $700 million to build originally, and they're just going to use it only for 3- and 4-day Bahama runs. This I found interesting, because right now, as of today, if you want to take a 3-4 day cruise to the Bahamas, I hear about cruise lines like Carnival using some of their older ships for that run. Norwegian taking the Star and the Sun and others like it, the ship that are from around the year 2000, so they're like 15 to 20-year-old ships. Our old friend, the Norwegian Sun, the construction cruise ship that they ran up through the Panama Canal up to Victoria, where they subjected these passengers to all these chemicals. That ship is now running 3- and 4-day cruises, 4-day cruises to Cuba with Bahamas kind of added in, or 3-day runs only to Bahamas back. And I think it's Port Canaveral where it's running out of. Anyway, Norwegian has decided, well, we're going to add a booze package as part of our deal. We'll call it an all-inclusive package, but it's just a booze package. On the Norwegian Sun, Norwegian Star, they're trying to get $200 a night per passenger on a balcony with a booze package. So they're kind of saying, look, without that, we'll run you $130 a night, $120 a night. That's good value. Well, here comes Norwegian Cruise Line. Here comes Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, excuse me, with the Mariner of the Seas. all refurbished with all the latest amenities for the kids. The new floor riding machine, the new water park, the new splash zone, this sky pad, the laser tag obstacle course, the ice skating rink for 3 and 4 day cruises. No booze package. No, there's no booze package added on to this mandatory. No, you can buy one if you want one. Well, which one would you go on now? This is going to make you wonder. If you're my age, you're a little older, and you want to get a 3-4 day getaway. In my case, since I'm not an alcohol consumer, I'm not going to want to be on the Norwegian Sun. That's a 3-day booze cruise. No thanks. And I'm not paying for someone else's booze. Thank you, but no. So I'd be looking at this Royal Caribbean deal. Yeah, I'd be looking at that, looking at a balcony room perhaps. Get a 3-4 day break to the Bahamas and back. They are stopping in Coco Cay, their island. So, you know, it's going to be nice. If I've got a family, if I'm a mom and dad, and we're in our, late mid-30s to mid-40s, and we got children, this is a great 3-4 day getaway. Wow. Maybe we haven't got the time to take a 1-week cruise. Maybe we don't have the money to do the 7-day Disney cruise. That one might run us, $200 a night per person. That's a little too much with a family of 4. But here on the Royal Caribbean, we share a cabin with the 2 kids. We do a 3-4 day excursion, and we've got the private island with all the toys there. Not a bad way to go, and it's not a booze cruise, so we're not going to be surrounded by a bunch of drunks trying to drink their cruise fare as fast as they can because they bought this 3-day deal through Norwegian, and they feel like I got to drink my way through this cruise to make it pay. Where with Royal Caribbean, not necessarily so. So there's something to this. I have to commend the Royal Caribbean on this one. They might be onto something here. This could hurt the competition a little bit with regard to what their plans are for these 3 and 4 day runs with their older ships. There's that group out of Florida that runs a 3-day cruise to the Bahamas constantly on a 25-year-old Carnival ship that's been refurbished, and also the old Costa ship. Is it Paradise Vacations, I think it's called? Those guys are in trouble now. I mean, heck, if I can choose between their El Cheapo cruise, or I can pay a little more and go on this fully refurbished $700 million ship, 1,000-foot long, 15 levels high at least, I think I might go Royal Caribbean and spend a little more. If it's $30 a day more per passenger, $60 a day for 3 days, it's $180. I'll pay $180 more. I'll get more. Interesting thought. We'll have to see how this plays out. Thomas Henry, I thought the biggest site in Puerto Vallarta was Walmart. There you go. Wes Morrison driving around and want to say hi since I'm waiting for a train to pass. Wes, welcome, buddy. Welcome. You were able to get a message in. Well done. Wendy Thompson, we went to Cabo, Waco. Sammy loves St. Louis people and sports. We got a discount after we saw our driver's license, big plates of food. Wendy, I'm trying to make sense of what you're saying. We went to Cabo. Sammy loves St. Louis people and sports. We got a discount if they saw our driver's license, big plates of food. I'm not sure what's happening there. The Mariners, Thomas Henry, the Mariners Drydock was not planned. We had a couple on my Star Cruise that were to return to the U.S. on the Mariner, and the cruise was canceled a couple of months prior to our departure. Interesting. Norman Duarte, thumbs ups. Wendy Thompson, Cabo Wabo. Bob Hollis, hi Bruce. Late to the party today. 81 degrees and sunny in Atlanta today. Beautiful day. Can't wait for Harmony in September and Horizon in October. Yes, sir. Cam Wilson, Royal Caribbean. Tracy Dunlap, that will definitely be our yearly girls' weekend instead of the Norwegian booze cruise. Yeah, this is the thing too. If you're planning a get together with some friends on an annual basis, like the gals want to get together for a 4-day, 3-day, celebration fest. Do you really want to be on a ship that's a booze cruise where people are going to abuse themselves potentially? Because you're talking 2,000 passengers on a cruise. 500 of them might be on that ship with one mission in mind. I'm drinking my face off because I'm paying 180, 220 bucks a night, and it includes alcohol, and I'm getting my money's worth on this cruise. I don't really want to be in that environment unless I'm one of them. I don't want to be it. The other 1,500, I pity them because one, if you're with a group here and you don't want to be hit up on with a bunch of drunks, I get it. Two, your family 3, 4, 5. Do you want your children surrounded by this nonsense? I don't think so. And on the Norwegian Sun, you're not going to have the rock climbing wall. You're not going to have the flow rider. You're not having laser tag. You're not getting all this other stuff. So forget about it. As a parent, I can't subject my children to that. I think that's just wrong. I get it though from the other side, from the Norwegian side. They're thinking, look, we got a 20-year-old boat here, and we can't compete with these fancy ships with all their bells and whistles. So we'll just go after the adult market without saying it. We're not going to say it, but we'll do it by turning the ship into a booze cruise runner out of Cape Canaveral. We'll do one out of Fort Lauderdale. We'll do one out of Miami. We'll have these booze runners doing Cuba, doing Bahamas, and it'll be party night every night. Just drink your face off. I just don't want to be the employee that's staying at the guest services desk handling the complaints from the passengers who are coming back to their cabin and screaming to high heaven about what a great time they're having, or just in a rage because alcohol turns them into lunatics. And I got kids sleeping in bunks next door. I just don't want to be the person handling those complaints. So that's just the way I'm going. Let's see here. Tracy Dunlap, that'll definitely be our yearly girls weekend. Peter Heckema, when do those RCC 4-day cruises start? June 25th, I think it is. So about a month from now. Wendy Thompson, Sammy Hagar. Okay. Debbie Manuel, Sammy Hagar built the Cabo Wabo Cantina on Cabo San Lucas. Okay. Randy Lucas, Cabo Wabo, Sammy Hagar's Club. Wendy Thompson, the Red Rocker. Wendy Thompson, I can't drive 55. I can't drive 55. Randy Lucas, you go, Wendy girl. Silo Steve just barbecued a Colby cheeseburger, washing it down with a boiling creme soda. Silo, you're living a good life. Chevy and First, hey, y'all, been raining off and on here in my part of Georgia today. Countdown to the first cruise, 123 days. It's getting closer. Yes, it is, Chevy and First. It really is coming fast. Thomas Henry, here's a laugh. I was going through my email a few minutes ago. A red bubble email said my order was delivered on Monday. I ran out to the mailbox, and there were my shirts since Monday. Oh, man. Thomas, get them on. Take a photo of yourself or just shoot a photo of those pictures of those shirts. Tell me, how are they? That's funny. That is awesome stuff. Wendy Thompson, Randy, Dad had a 69 Roadrunner with a 383. I learned to drive on. It was great. Boy, you could get from point A to point B awful fast. But, boy, those ate gas. Didn't they chew up the gas? Unbelievable. Bob Hollis, if the Norwegian Sun booze cruise won't make you puke, their varnish will. Just lick the old handrail. That'll get you going. Oh, my, oh, my. Thomas Henry, impressive. T-shirts inside a zippered bag. Hey, how about that? Way to go, Thomas. You're getting the good stuff. I'm glad you got it since Monday. You see, you don't pay attention. See what happens? Oh, my goodness. A silo must not have male thieves where you live. Thank God for that. Oh, my goodness. They didn't know to look. Isn't that funny? I'm waiting for mine to arrive any day. I'm in a little town here in Canada, so, if I were in Toronto, I'd have them in 2 days. If I were in Vancouver, I'd have them maybe in 3 or 4 days. But here in Creston, they have to go to Vancouver and come back, I think. So I have to wait for the arrival, hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow. As soon as I have my shirts, you folks will see them. I can't wait for my own shirts to arrive from Redbubble. Quite excited about that. Interesting news on the cruise front, isn't it? Refurbishments, $100 million, whether that was planned or not. Interesting. They may have bumped another ship out of the way and put this one in. You never know. Interesting. They may have had a cancellation at that Drydock facility from someone else. And, the Drydock contacted Royal Caribbean and said, hey, we got a month. 3 months from now, we got a month. You want this slot? And they went, yeah, Mariner of the Seas is due for Drydock. We'll move it up and do it now. Maybe that's what's going on. Um, as far as I can tell, looking at the Vacations to Go website for Mariner of the Seas, it is running 3 and 4 day cruises for quite some time through the future. So this isn't like a 3 month, 6 month filling the gap kind of thing, itinerary filler for the line. It looks like they're serious about keeping her on this 3-4 day itinerary. I think it's going to shake up the 3 and 4 day market out of Florida. I really do. For you Floridians, I think you got yourselves a heck of an opportunity here. There may be weekends coming up, in July, August, and into October, November during the slow season. There may be weekends coming up or 3-day breaks where you folks can get a 3-4 day cruise on the Mariner of the Seas for some really good pricing. You grab an inside room and you score a super deal there and enjoy the ambiance of that ship and the Bahamas and Coco Cay and knock yourselves out. There could be some really good deals there. You'll have to see how that plays for you. The Bliss, of course. So we're looking forward to it landing in Seattle within the week. It'll be there, and of course now the Vision of the Seas. That'll be interesting to see if that ship gets moved up for Drydock or needs Drydock. But if it's at the moment able to make these cruises work, 12 days in the Mediterranean, if you're hanging out the Western Mediterranean, you can handle it. 9-day cruise in the Western Mediterranean, you can go 7 to 10 knots and be fine. But we'll have to see how this goes going forward. If there's permanent damage to the ship, or is the damage to the Vision of the Seas more, it's bad now, but it's going to get worse later. That kind of damage, I don't know. Or did something just trip and some kind of electrical overload and everything just shut down for safety reasons, and then the ship had to reboot the whole deal, and there was no impact with anything, and they rebooted the entire system, figured out what the software problem was, getting that rebooted and redone, and there'll be no more issues. Don't know. Kind of scary though when a ship just shuts down in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea in the evening. Everything shuts off. That's not good. You don't want that. Thomas Henry saying it's very safe here in Silo. Bruce, any idea what ship is on the St. Thomas US VI graphic? Oh yeah, that shirt, that is Explorer of the Seas. That is my photo that I took from the top of the cable car ride. There's a gazebo up there. I took a shot down there to that ship. That's Explorer of the Seas. That's the ship I was on. Thomas Henry, obviously not an NCL, no hull paint job. No, that's Royal Caribbean. And if you probably see it towards the front of that ship in that photo, there's a private yacht that was at least 250 feet long, maybe 300 feet long. It was huge, parked in the harbor there. Unbelievable. Surrounded then by puny little white dots, all these other little sailboats and catamarans and power boats. But the Explorer of the Seas was the only ship in town. We had St. Thomas all to ourselves. It was a Sunday, so we got the double whammy of a quiet little island. The folks didn't have to go to work. We got there in the morning. We were the only ship in town. Got up that cable car. There were only 10 people up there. When we left, there were 20 people up there. Just fantastic. It can be a zoo in St. Thomas when 3, 4, 5 ships show up. It can be just insane. Thomas Henry, obviously not an NCL. Peter Heckema, Bruce, once you've had a balcony, it's hard to go back to an inside cabin. I agree wholeheartedly, but I will say that if you can get a 3-night cruise for $150, 4-nighter for $200, all your meals thrown in there, spur of the moment, less than a week or two notice, and you can go, you go. But I agree, Peter, if you can get a balcony, a last-minute balcony on the Mariner of the Seas, and you can get $60 a night, $70 a night, you take that deal if you've got the time and enjoy it. Boy, that would be a wonderful little 3-day cruise. I would take that deal anytime over a 3-nighter on a 25-year-old cruise ship without balconies. So, I definitely want to be on the new ship and the fully refurbished ship, of course. Boy, I'd love that. That would be pretty cool. I'm gonna guess that this Mariner of the Seas will have they'll do well. I think that cruise line that itinerary will be a winner for Royal Caribbean. I think they're You know, we're talking about what, 33 to 3,500 people twice a week, 7,000, as many as 7,000 passengers a week going on a 3 or a 4-day cruise out of Miami. That's a heavy turnover, equal to an Oasis class taking a 1-week trip with 6,500 people. This ship's going to do that number of people, but on 2 separate occasions out of Miami. And of course, with 5 million Floridians living there, and then of course the millions of folks that come in and out of there all the time, I can see this ship having a pretty good run. I can imagine this will do quite well. Thomas Henry, I need a balcony just so there's enough light for me to do my computer work. Couldn't see the numbers on my paperwork in the middle. That's justification for the company to pay for the upgrade, right? Yes, absolutely. It's the office space and employee morale. That's the least they could do, sir. Seakeeper, I need 4 days cruise to change loyalty level with Royal Caribbean's interesting perks. I might book one next fall. There you go. Something to think about. Wendy is saying, Thomas, she agrees. Yes, the employer should pay for the upgrade so that you can be a productive employee even on your holiday. Absolutely right. You get nothing but support from all of us, Sir Thomas, on that one. Fantastic. Well, there you go. I think we covered a bit of ground here today. Covered a few points. Pretty good. Again, thank you, everybody, for all your support. These purchases, like I see here coming, people buying their product, getting their product delivered. This is great. I look forward to getting photos of that. I'm going to start adding on the bottom of my description on each video I make, I'm going to start adding my email address in there automatically. So if any one of you want to send me an email message privately, or you want to send me some photos, you can do that through my email address. It'll be on the bottom of the description of each of my live streams. I started last night. I'm going to do this going forward. And you can let me know if there's anything I should be made aware of, or if there's anything you want to tell me about the merchandise you're getting, any questions you have about traveling with Bruce, whatever. That would be terrific. Like I say, 2,030 subscribers. Fantastic growth there. I'm really happy about that. Took a long time to get through the 1800s, and all of a sudden, boom, we're over 2,000, and we're just moving right along. And shout outs to everybody out there, the other channels that are saying hi to me. Really do appreciate it. I'm on tomorrow, twice, 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll do trivia tomorrow night. We'll do a regular show at 5 o'clock, unless something else comes up. In the meantime, I'm always looking to make a new video. I've got a few other ideas in the works right now. So keep your eye open. Subscribe to the channel here, or here, hit that bell notification icon. You'll get updates from me automatically. Throw me a thumbs up if you can, guys. We've got 23 so far today. Thank you for the 23 thumbs up so far. Love it. And any thumbs ups we can get, more the merrier. We love it. I hope you had a good one today. I enjoyed it very much. Enjoy the rest of your day today. Stay dry if it's raining. Stay cool if it's hot. We'll catch you tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern time. This is Bruce with Traveling with Bruce. Thanks again for dropping by and catching up with me. We might do 3,000 subs by July 4th. Yahoo! I like that, Debbie. I love that one very much. Have a good evening, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 5. Take care. We'll see you. Bye for now.